In this video, I will be helping you to set up the customer mobile application on the system for iOS specifically. So over here you can see on the screen that this is the entire source code package that you have been provided, and we have 4 directories inside that. The first one, which says food delivery, it is belonging to the customer mobile application. So before moving forward, I am assuming that you have the Visual Studio Code set up in your system and have these particular specific food delivery directory open over there. So now we are just opening a new terminal window over here, and you can see that by default food delivery folder will be situated or located over here, which means that we are inside this particular directory right now. If you hit the ls command, you can see all these files and folders over here. So this is just to make sure that you are inside the correct directory before running out any of the commands. So now let's begin and run the npm install commands. So this command will install all the dependencies that we have mentioned in this particular package.json file, which is open and you can see right now. As soon as we hit this command, this setup and installation process will begin, and it will create a node modules directory over here inside this food delivery. So it will be there in few seconds. We just need to wait for that. Okay, so we see that node modules folder has been added over here, but it will take some time to complete the setup of all these dependencies. So we have to wait till this process gets completed. So our process of npm install setup is about to get completed. So let's wait just for the final setup steps over there, and to proceed further we will help you to enter the new commands that are required. So next step will be of doing the port setup on iOS. So once this process of npm installation gets completed, we will move to the port setup part. So it's just a matter of few seconds now. Let's wait for the npm process to get completed. Okay, so npm install setup is now completed, as you can see on the screen. Next is we have these iOS directory over here, so we need to navigate to that particular iOS directory. So for moving to that directory, we have to enter the cd space iOS command. So as we enter that command, you can see that this food delivery part got changed to iOS, so we are now inside the correct directory. We need to confirm that we have a pod file over there, and to access the content of that pod file, you can click over here in the iOS directory and select the pod file, so you can see all these content. Now we just need to do a pod install command. So this will install the native iOS dependencies of all the node packages or node libraries that you have installed. So you can see the list of the iOS native libraries getting installed right now on the system. So we have to wait till this process of pod installation gets completed, and once it gets completed, we will help you to set up the code again to proceed for running the application on simulator. Okay, so pod installation setup is completed. So now from this particular iOS directory, we need to move back to this food delivery directory. So for that, we have to hit the command cd space dot dot, which just takes you back to the one directory ahead. So we are back into the food delivery directory. Now we need to run the application on iOS. So for that we have to run this command npx space react native run -ios. Now I am running this particular iOS application on iPhone 12 Pro Max simulator. So for that I will write the simulator name as well in the command. If you don't provide the simulator name in this command, then by default it will load the default iOS simulator that you have set up in the system. So we can see that the compiler is building the application, so it will again take few seconds to compile this application and install it on simulator. So we have to wait till this process gets completed. Building the application is in progress, and now we have the React Native Metro bundler running up in front of us. So the Symmetra bundler is up. Now we will see that our application will get installed in some time on this simulator, and we will be good to operate the application after that. Okay, so we can see in the terminal it says successfully built the application, and these are all the simulators that are available right now. So over here we see that the app gets installed and it's running in front of us. So since it is a cross-platform application, so all the JavaScript files gets compiled into the native iOS compilation engine, and it gets converted as per the iOS standards and then gets rendered on the simulator in front of us. So over here we can see that the initial screen is in front of us, which means that we have successfully compiled the customer iOS application. So thank you for watching this video. In case of any further queries, please feel free to reach out to us via support tickets or our sales team so we can take it further from them. Appreciate your valuable time.